Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's look, we'll be doing revenge makeup. Now, revenge makeup usually gives this very dark vibe, right? Well, we're going to be doing something a little bit different from the usual dark smoky look, because we're not going to be taking revenge on someone, but instead we'll be making someone some regrets why he let such a beauty out of his life. So if you want to see how I achieve that, then stay tuned. Straight up to skin prep, I'll be starting off with moisturizer. Oops, I'm almost out of moisturizer. Anyways, skin prep is an essential makeup step if you want your makeup to last all day, and that's exactly what I want, because I'm going to be slaying for the whole day. Yeah, he's gonna see me and be shocked. I can't wait to see his jaw drop. So I just like to massage this into my skin to give it the hydration it needs and to lock in moisture and nutrients. Primer comes after moisturizer. Not me struggling to press this out. I need to get new products at this point. For a combination skin type like mine, I apply that on my T-zone to melt out the areas of my face that tends to get really oily. And yeah, I'm just taking what's left on my fingers to pat that around my nasolabial folds, because that area can be really greasy. For foundation, I'm using this warm tone foundation from V Beauty, the new Second Skin foundation. Oh, the coverage is everything. I love it so much, and I'm just using a small brush to spread that all over my face before blending. Tucking that hair behind my ear so I don't put foundation on it. This is a full coverage foundation and it blends smoothly, but I'm using a brush to blend for a fuller coverage. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a beauty blender lover. Speaking of videos, while you're watching this, please click on that like and subscribe button. Now take a good look at how this is blended seamlessly. Nah, this is beautiful. You can see how this blended so well. Blemishes? Nowhere. Dark spots can be found. Moving on to concealer. My hair keeps getting in the way. Anyways, I'll just apply the concealer on the areas I usually do, which is my forehead, bridge of my nose, my chin, the inner corner and outer corner of my under eye. But this time I'm applying the concealer on the inner corner straight down to the corners of my nostrils, and then I'm just spreading that out to create a V shape. Now I'm just going to do contour, starting off with my cheekbone. I'm applying the darker shade of concealer on the high points of my cheekbone to get that lifted look. One thing about revenge look that I admire so much is that you look fierce. In as much as we're not going for the dark side of the revenge look, we do not plan to look like a crybaby. No way, we do not want that. So right now I'm just contouring my nose, and I'm just contouring from my jawline straight up underneath my cheekbone for a chiseled face shape. So I went back with my bright concealer and I'm applying that below my cheekbone to snatch out the cheekbone and further enhance that lifted look that I want. So right now I'm just going to blend all of that together, and then I'm going to speed up this process. I'm back. It felt like I kept quiet for so long. So I'll be pinching the brush to blend out this part because I don't want to spread out the contour. Otherwise, I'm no longer going to have that chiseled face shape that I want. Using a beauty blender to blend my under eye because I want that product into my skin and I want a smooth surface. I just feel like brushes don't do it for me whenever I try to blend my under eye concealer with a brush. It doesn't smoothen out my eye lines, so I'd rather use a beauty sponge instead. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm just blending in this motion from my inner corner straight up to my outer corner. I'm using a small flat angle brush to blend out my nose contour smoothly until I'm left with subtle shadows. I want it to look very natural, so I don't want harsh lines around the nose. Time to set that under eye with a setting powder. So one thing I like to do first before I bake is to press the setting powder into my skin first to mat out that liquid. So right now I'm just going to press a loose powder in all of the areas that I concealed. Then moving on to powder contour. I'm using this dark but not so dark brown shade from V Beauty powder palette. Looks like it's almost the same shade as my foundation. And I'll be blending this with a fluffy brush, and I'll also be using the same shade in all the places I applied my contour, including my nose, especially my nose, because I want that nose shape to be as natural as possible. And just in case you're wondering why my face looks like I'm not even applying anything at all, well, that's because I want the skin work to be as minimal as possible. For my face powder, I'm mixing two shades together from this powder palette. I can't really remember the name, but I'll check and put it in the description box. So I'm just applying that all over my face, making sure there are no liquids left untouched. Now it's time to do some baking. And this is me saying, what a fierce look without a bright under eye. So I'm using the LCMA No Color Powder to brighten up my under eye, and I'm gently pressing it by the side of my nose to give my nose that thinner effect. And now I'm not just using this loose powder so it will make my under eye white or anything. It makes my under eye or wherever it is applied pop, which is what I love. And it leaves a smooth and fine finish around the area. Perfect. So I'm just like repeating the same process as the first setting powder. I'm applying it in all of the areas that I concealed. But this time, I'm not just pressing the powder into my skin, I'm baking. Now tell me, what's a good makeup without brows? Nothing. Ever heard that phrase, the eyebrow frames the face? And what's a revenge makeup without a well-defined brow? Let your brows speak volumes, honey. So first off, I brushed my brows upward to get a clear view of my brow line and to be sure that there are no hair strands getting in the way. Now, one thing about looking fierce is your eyebrow, and the lifted brows will do that for you. So when I did a dark feminine makeup, my brows were straight and lifted, but this time we're not going for that dark side, right? So I'm just going to gently draw a soft angle but lifted brow. And since I'm using a really dark brown pencil, I'm just going to shade the inside of the brows and create hair-like strokes at the beginning of the brow. Then I'm just brushing that out to make it look more natural. Ignore me, I'm just making sure my brows are sisters, even if they're not twins. So while I finish up with the brows, I'm just going to let you guys watch and enjoy. And if you haven't clicked on that like and subscribe button, please kindly click on it now. So now for my eyeshadow, I'm just applying powder all over my eyelid, and I'm using a powder shade that matches the concealer I used for my brow bone. So for the first shade of eyeshadow, I'm using this light brown. I'm just going to be blending that on the outer corner of my eye and slightly creating a shadow wing towards the tail of my brow. I don't want the eyes to be too dramatic, so I'm not going to be doing too much on the eyes. I kind of want to create a halo shadow cut crease, if that makes any sense. So I'm applying on the inner corner and just blending towards the wing. So I went in with a darker brown to further define the eyeshadow. I literally cannot listen to BTS without moving my body. So I'm just blending the dark brown in the same motion I applied the light brown eyeshadow to darken it and make it more pigmented. For the eyelid, I'm applying this beautiful bronze color shimmer. Okay, so I said I wanted to create like a halo eyeshadow, but I don't know. I just felt like it would be better to spread the shimmer all over the eyes, following the same shape that's the shadow wing. And for my waterline, I'm using this black liner only on the outer corner to make the eyes look a little bit dark. And then I'm using a brush to smudge that out, and I'm going in with my brown eyeshadow, just sweeping that underneath my waterline. Right now, I'm just checking myself out and practicing for the perfect facial expression, because you won't be seeing me smiling. So now I'm just dusting off the excess powder on my face. Next up, I'll be applying this red blush to add color to my face. Already applied it on this side, so I'm going to be doing the other side. And I'm going to be blending this above my cheekbone. For a beautiful glow, I'm using the Haggai and Esther Flash Pan Highlighter Palette. Here's a tip. A very important step of revenge makeup is the glowing skin. I mixed 2 shades together for that extra shine because having a glowing skin is one of the best way of getting revenge. And while I was doing this step, BTS Butter was playing in the background. Speaking of the perfect song at the right moment. Okay, the show is over. Moving on to the lip. These are my favorite lip palettes. This palette is from the Blossom Makeup. I already outlined my lip with a pencil, and on top of that I'll be using a black lipstick. Now some revenge looks have that nude, rosy or brown lip combo, but most of them have red lips, and that is the bold side I'm going for. So I'm doing a black and red lip combo to add a little bit of that dark side, just so this look can be in sync with the title, which is Revenge. This is the finished look, guys. I think I'm happy with the outcome. It's exactly what I wanted. It's not giving that dark revenge, right? But you can still see a little bit of fierceness in the eyes. And the lip and the bold lip combo complemented the eyes so well. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. Check out my channel for more interesting videos like this, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Oh, and don't forget to turn on your post notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching.